Well, hey, everybody, we're back. Larry and Al, Search for Truth, number 14. Lucky number 14. How you doing? Everything good?
Everything is cool. How about you?
All right, all right. So, we've in the past talked a little bit about sports, and of course, we get a chance to chat quite a bit off the camera. But um, let's talk about the Super Bowl. You had some thoughts on it. I know that. So that's kind of a big item in our world. So let's talk a little bit about that. I know you have some thoughts on it. So the Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, I was a 49er fan because when I went went to the Bay Area when I was 10 years old, the 49ers was the only team up there. They used to play the Keys Our Stadium, and they had
Yeah,
Jody
right. I
Jet
remember.
Perry, Hugh McElhaney, Wade Tittle, J.R. Roberts, and John Henry Johnson, and that was the team.
Hmm.
But getting down to the Super Bowl, my daughters, my two daughters were here, and Brenda was over here, so we was all watching the game. And I was telling my daughters, I said, 49ers need to, every opportunity they had, they needed to score.
Right.
I said if they didn't score, they were going to lose momentum, and Kansas City was going to come back and do exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
and they didn't need to score. They didn't need to score the 3 points. They need to score touchdowns. Okay,
Yeah.
and what happened was they got off good, and they didn't rush the Kansas City didn't rush the quarterback in the beginning, but in the middle and the end they started rushing the quarterback, and that threw him off a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you don't give Patrick Mahomes time at the end of the game to make plays.
Right.
You just don't do it. I mean, he's proven that. Okay,
Mhm.
he's been a starter for what 6 years now.
I think 6 seasons. Yeah.
Okay, and he's made it to the championship game 6 times.
Right.
Okay, and he won the championship game 4 times. He's gone to he made it to the Super Bowl 4 times, and he's won it 3 times.
Right.
Okay, and you don't. He reminds me. You heard me talk about Otto Graham, right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Okay, he reminds me of Otto Graham, and that's where he used to play.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
at the end of the game, you couldn't beat him. Okay,
Yeah.
and I think uh, Kansas City just kind of outfoxed them in the end.
Yeah.
Well, in the big in the one big mistake that 49ers made in the overtime was taking the ball.
No.
Okay, it
Before you
was
go
taking
on
the
with that,
ball.
I
Huh?
before I want you to take that so-called ball and run with that for a minute. But before, I just want to preface it because there was an article a week or so ago I was reading, and it got really complicated. But it talked about the pros and cons of that coin flip and deciding to take the ball or not take the ball. And there's
Okay,
some thought
the
about
way the overtime is set up in the pros is that it's set up. You remember the 3 years, was it 3 years ago when Brady beat the
yeah,
first time Brady beat, okay, in overtime.
Falcons. Yeah,
No, no, it was when he was with the Buccaneers.
was that an
No, he was
overtime
with
game?
he was with the Patriots.
Yeah, that was
He
the
was still with
Falcons.
the
So
huh?
that was the Falcons. They
No, that was when they played Kansas City. That was the first. That was the first time. Okay, Brady got the ball. He went all the way down, scored a touchdown. Game over. You
Oh,
got what I'm
that
saying?
was a championship game.
It was a championship game to go to the playoffs, to
Got it.
go to the Super Bowl.
Got it. Right now, I remember. Yes, yes. I'm
Okay,
on the same
but
page.
now what they changed is that in overtime, both teams have an opportunity to score.
Right.
Okay, so what happened was that the 49ers went all the way down. Okay, and what they did was they gave Kansas City 4 plays instead of 3 plays. You got what I'm saying?
Right. Now that part, yes, that does make sense.
Okay, okay. So that means that all all they had to do was get down, kick a field goal, and the game is tied.
Right.
Or score a touchdown, which they did, and
Mhm.
win the game.
Now it makes sense. You're
Okay,
the four
so
downs. Right.
okay, yeah. So if they kick a field goal, the game is tied, and then they go into sudden death.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. So when you watch all the like when Michigan in the championship game, Michigan deferred and they gave it to the Alabama. So Alabama, they let Alabama do what they had to do. Then they knew what they had to do. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you gain what you gain is you gain one more play.
Yeah, that wasn't talked about as much, but you're absolutely right because, like you said, they're down three. They get the ball. Now they have four downs to get that 10 yards and move the ball
Yeah,
down the
10
field.
yards.
Whereas before
Okay.
they would have,
So
yeah,
so,
they
so
would. You're right. Okay.
Well, the other team had only 3 plays to
Right.
score.
Right.
Okay, on the fourth down, what are you going to do? You're going to kick the field goal, or
Right.
you're going to try to go for the touchdown.
Right. But
Okay,
if you
then
don't get the touchdown, then Kansas City, if they didn't get anything on that first score, they got the field goal, the 49ers. But if they didn't get anything, then the Chiefs all have to do is go down and kick a field goal and they win, or they would
no,
have.
if the Chiefs go down, kick a field goal, then they keep on going. Then it turns into sudden death.
Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, you got what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So let's continue to talk about the game. What about some of the other innuendos or other things you
Well,
think?
the thing that is that the defensive coach for the Chiefs is an outstanding defensive coach.
Of course.
Okay, when the game is on the line, he dials it up.
Yeah.
Okay, he brings the pressure.
Right.
He brings the pressure. See what's the most important thing about defense and stop the other team is you got pressure up the middle.
Right.
Okay, you want that quarterback to do what? Move off the dime.
Right.
Okay, what made Tom Brady so great? They could not put pressure on him in the crunch time.
Yeah.
Okay, when they did, he wasn't Tom Brady.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay, and it's the same thing about Mahomes. Okay, what he does in crunch time, what does he do? He runs the ball.
Right. Which is what he did in that last drive.
Okay, he runs the ball at the most critical times.
Right.
They were 4th and 1, and what did he do?
Yeah, he took off.
Okay, in overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, and he went on down the field.
And that's got to have an effect on your psyche if you're the 49ers, the defense, right? It's got to
Oh yeah,
play off.
you stop this play, you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
Right.
okay, and so football. It's a tough. Hey, some coaches play checkers, and some coaches play chess.
I
Okay,
haven't heard that before. That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you got what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Andy Reid plays chess.
Yeah.
Okay, he
Right.
set you. He set you up. Okay, what beat the Philadelphia Eagles last year in the Super Bowl?
I don't remember.
You don't remember
Remind me.
that play that won the Super Bowl this year? The Chiefs ran it 2 times and scored.
Right. Okay. Okay.
You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you know about football tendencies, right? When,
Tennis.
when we were when we were playing football, they always talk about tendencies.
Right.
Okay, I was a fullback, and I had to know what the tendencies were of the people that were rushing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is a linebacker coming? or do I hit the defensive end? You see what I'm saying
Right.
on this particular play or whatever
Hmm.
tendencies. And
Yeah.
and uh, 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 and I hate to say this, man, and I'm gonna call it the Kaepernick curse.
Yeah. We did talk about that. Talk about that a little bit. The Kaepernick.
Well, well, Kaepernick was what was he doing? He was demonstrating and had nothing to do with the flag or anything like that. He was demonstrating black brutality by police. That's what he was. That's what he was. That's what he was demonstrating about. But when the people that are in charge, they took the narrative. Oh, he's disrespecting the flag. He's disrespecting the service, and that's not what he was doing.
Right.
That is not what he was doing, and it came all out. Instead of the 49ers protecting him, they threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I think the whole
Instead of
league.
somebody saying, no, this is what he's doing. Has nothing to do with being American or anything like that. Okay?
Mhm.
And so then when the orange man got in to become president, he took it all the way to the top.
Mhm.
Had everybody all upset about you're not a patriot and you're not a this and that. No, that's not what it was about. Okay?
Mhm.
It was about him demonstrating about police brutality against black men.
Mhm. Mhm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you think there's a such thing as a Kaepernick curse then?
Well, that's what I call it. It's
Right.
just me. And that's the way I see it. Because think about this. Ever since he played for them, what have they won?
No, they haven't won the big one, that's for sure.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
They've come. I mean, they had the better team. They had the strongest team.
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, offensively and defensively.
On paper, for sure.
Okay. On the field.
Mhm.
I mean, jeez. I mean, I'd have run McCaffrey all day long.
Right.
I'd have gave him the ball 45 times.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That young man can run that football.
Right.
Okay? All he needed was a crack and he was gone.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you think it
But
came
they
down
get
to, you think it came down to coaching then?
well, okay. Hey, we talked about the other day. I think we were talking about uh, the Green Bay Packers, right? Remember
Right.
we talking about the Green Bay Packers?
Mhm.
What play did you see them run over and over and over and over and over again with Paul Horning and Jim Taylor?
The sweep, right? The big sweep.
Sweep right,
Sweep right.
sweep left, right?
Yeah, sweep right.
And how often did they run it?
Yeah, they're probably about 60, 70% of the time, right?
There you go.
Art Starr would throw the ball about 13 or 14 times a game, right? And they would run
Okay, all right,
about
okay.
6 times
But
that.
the rest of the time, he was handing the ball off
Right.
to Taylor and Horning.
And
Okay,
right, right,
and what they said was, you have to stop it.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right,
those big guards pulling out there and boom, bam, boom, and they go all the way down the field.
right,
Okay,
right.
okay. But it was a good game. It was a good game, and I knew that once they gave the ball to Mahomes, the ball game was over because he is a winner.
Hmm.
He's a competitive guy, and he is a winner.
Yeah,
Okay, and he comes on that when he gets on that football field. He comes to win by whatever he has to do to win.
right, right.
Okay, and they don't have the best receiving core. They got Kelce, who's an outstanding receiver. Okay, then this year they have the young running back. the second year guy.
Right.
Okay,
Hmm.
but the guy that makes the difference is Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
because when it's time for him to put the team on his shoulder, guess what he does?
He carries them all the way.
Carries them all the way to the end zone.
He carries them, and
All
it's
the way to the end zone.
yeah. Well,
Okay?
so back about it being a winner and a competitor. Let me change gears here a little bit. So I've been reading up, and there's a lot coming out about this confrontation that Kelce had with Coach Reid on the sideline there. So what's your thoughts on that? I mean, there's people saying,
Well,
you know,
it's like this. When you're a highly competitive kind of guy, you want to be in there. You heard me talk about the foxhole, right?
right, right,
Okay, when I was in the foxhole, I want Kelsey in my foxhole.
yeah,
You got what I'm saying?
hmm,
Because he's prepared and ready to go.
right,
Okay, I think it was unfortunate that that happened, but guess what? Andy Reid has been coaching for how long?
yeah, long time, long time,
You got what I'm saying?
right, right,
He coached Terrell Owens, okay,
yeah, right.
okay, and
You're right.
he okay. He was competitive, but he was a competitive fool, okay.
Right. There's a difference, right?
Yeah, okay. It was all about him, okay.
Yeah,
And I think Kelsey was saying, "I need to be in there. I need to be in there in my spot." Okay,
yeah.
I think people made more of an issue of it than it really was.
Okay. Well, that
Okay.
opens the door for another topic, or another, not necessarily another topic, but another thing that I've been thinking about since a while back on one of our podcasts, and it was talking about the coaching and the coaching carousel, and at the end of the season, and letting coaches go, and hiring new coaches, and all the
Uh huh.
politics and all the issues with that. And I made a comment about, I felt like I wondered, or I kind of felt like that the younger coaches were the ones who were up and coming, and that's what was needed, and maybe that's where, for example, the NFL
Okay.
is going.
Think about it. A lot of these young coaches that are up and coming. How many of them played football?
Well, that's number one. That's a good point. But
Okay.
as I did my research, as the more and more I thought about it, and I started looking and at some of the top coaches in the game, in the history of the game, for example, they're all older, more mature, if you will, or Andy Reid, a Bill Belichick, Bill Walsh, Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi, George Halas, Don Shula, Chuck Noll, Joe Gibbs, Paul Brown. These are all names that I was reading about, and those were coaches that were experienced. And like your point about Andy Reid being the kind of coach that he just took that in stride. He didn't make a big deal about it. I just wondering if it was one of those younger guys that younger coach, they might have got into it on the sideline because that coach has got something he's got to prove. But these coaches,
Yeah. Okay.
I really have to take back and say I kind of correct myself. I think it's these older, more mature coaches that seem to be able to. They're the successful ones. They're the ones that are going down in history as the best.
Well, they listen to the players. Okay. They will listen to you.
Hmm.
Okay. But you better be careful how you put the platform out there.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Think about the guy at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Right.
mean, I mean, was it this year? There was a guy. One of the backs didn't wasn't hustling or something like that. I don't know. I didn't catch it on the commentary, but they called him not hustling down the field or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, and he has to and he's an old coach, and he has to deal with these young guys. These young guys that are coming out of college today, they're used to being the guy. You got what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're the guy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, they're the crunch time guy. They're the first down guy. They're
Yeah.
the touchdown guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you get into pro football, everybody's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Everybody's the guy. So you have to be able to make sure you do your job. Number one, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or you're gonna be gone. If you're a receiver, you can't drop the ball.
Right.
If you're running back, you can't fumble the ball.
Right.
Okay. If you're a quarterback, you got to throw the ball at the right place at the right time.
To the right person. Yeah.
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like the San Diego Chargers. I mean, they have a hell of a quarterback, but they're wasting him. In my opinion,
Uh
they're
huh.
wasting him because of the schemes that they're trying to run. Okay, he has to do too much. You got what I'm saying? He has to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
all right. But it's a tough call, and they finally fired a guy, and they gave him what 4 years, and the guy that they fired before him, they only gave him 2 years.
Yeah. We've talked about that one. Yeah. What's the story on that?
Well, hey, one was of a darker hue than the one that they hired.
Speaks volumes, huh? Yeah.
Okay, now think about the guy in Texas. He had a rookie quarterback this year, and he did great. They did
Right.
great. They made the playoffs.
Yeah. Did really well.
Suppose they don't make the playoffs next year.
Well, is he gone?
Okay, he might be on the hot seat.
Right. Right. So are we getting into our zone here about the truth, the search for
The
truth,
truth.
the search for truth?
Okay,
What
you,
is
you, you
the
see
truth
what I'm
on
saying?
this?
Okay, but I think he's a well. They made a good decision on coaching, and they made a good decision on quarterback.
Uh huh.
Okay, and I watched them play, and they have a very very good offense,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a very very good defense. But guess what happens? Every time these guys go to the playoffs, what do they want to do? They want to get more money.
Okay.
So they want to leave. They want to leave that good team to go somewhere else so they can make some more money. So it leaves a void. You got what I'm saying?
Would you say that money for most of these guys speaks louder than the chance of winning a championship?
Well, if you were put it like this, if you are a so-so guy, okay, I'm not going to mention any names, but if you're a so-so guy and you get a chance to play on a championship team, now think about this. What's different from the Kansas City's won 3 championships. Okay, they had the number one championship. They won Tyreek Hill. You
Yeah.
remember him?
Uh huh.
And he wanted more money. Did you hear what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, "Well, I want more money. I want more money. I'm worth more money." And so what do?
They got rid of him.
They let him go, right?
Right.
And he's been down to Miami. Has he gone back to the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay.
Are there
And so-
regrets? You think he has regrets about that, or
of course he does.
is the money
Okay,
eventually
of course he does.
he doesn't do it, right?
Okay, okay. He would be catching the ball and be going into the end zone, and he would be making even more money. But
He'd
see,
he'd go
what
in
they
the history
don't,
books.
these guys, these young guys don't get.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Patrick Mahomes. They signed him to a $500 million contract, right?
Right.
Where do you think he gets all his money from?
Commercials, right?
How many commercials do you see him on?
A lot, a lot.
Oh, okay, he
Because
probably don't even have
He's a
to.
Super Bowl champ.
Okay, and he's a 3-time Super Bowl champ, and he don't even have to cash his game checks.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, he
Yeah.
don't even have to. Okay. okay, if you're thinking about making money in sports, what do you have to have? You have to have a platform and a brand.
Right.
Okay? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. How many commercials does LeBron James have?
I don't see any commercials LeBron James has. Does he have?
Maybe one or two here and there. You got what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But every time I turn on the TV, who do I see?
Patrick.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
The hair commercial, the sandwich commercial, all the
Insurance.
insurance commercials.
Yeah.
How much you think he get? How much you think he get paid for them? One of those commercials?
I have no idea, but I'm sure it's a lot.
20 million
Yeah, maybe.
a commercial. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you parlay? That's what I call parlay.
Parlay, parlay.
Okay. He's got his football. He's playing football, and then on the side he's got maybe five commercials. So what I'm saying is that he has five, six streams of income.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and he has another platform where he has memorabilia that he makes 300. I think it was almost $3 million he makes off of memorabilia that
Hmm.
he donates the money to charities.
Yeah. Right.
You got what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Parlay. It's about attitude.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Would you want to see Terrell Owens on a commercial or Patrick Mahomes?
Well, definitely Patrick Mahomes is in the light
Okay,
right now. Right.
you
Yeah.
see, you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Okay. Did you ever see Tom Brady on a commercial?
Now I don't know about when he was in his playing days. I guess not very much.
Okay, but he's in the league for 25 years.
Right. Right.
Okay, did you see him on commercial?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but guess what happens? You see Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid on commercials
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so they're all making money.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, let's look. Okay, let's look at what other football. Name me another football player that you think is a good football player. What about Lamar Jackson? Is he on commercials?
No, I don't see him on commercials.
Okay, okay. To throw up another name,
McCaffrey's been on some commercials a little bit.
yes, Gronk. Gronk is on a whole lot of commercials.
Gronk is on a lot.
Okay,
Dak Prescott, a few.
a,
Uh,
yeah, well, a couple.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
but
nothing compared to Mahomes, that's for sure.
okay, nowhere near Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Right. So what's that about?
So, well, it's about personality, but
Okay.
also you got to be a what? A
Win.
winner.
Right.
You got to be a winner without being arrogant and flipping.
Hmm.
You,
People still
you
got to
got what I'm
like you,
saying?
right? People got to like you.
Hey, I like Patrick Mahomes because he's a baller. He is a competitive football player,
Right.
and he makes everybody else what better on
Yeah.
his team.
All around them. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
and he
Okay. Well,
makes
you know what? I think we got to wrap it up, but uh,
uh-huh.
I got some thoughts about the next one regarding
Okay,
being a winner. So
okay,
we're gonna put that one on the hold for now. Again, I just want to make a plug for Elijah. If you're interested out there and would like to do a podcast and kind of check it out, Elijah's the one to know how to do it. So make a comment and reach out, and we can help. Or Elijah can take that information and work run with it. Again, the shirts, Jerry Lynn. If you want one, put a comment in there. And it's not we're not making any money. We're not trying to sell them, but if you like them, they're available. So until next time, again, if you're interested in staying in touch with us, subscribe. You can let us know when our next one's going to come out. And until then, wish you all the best. Wish you all the best. Take care.
Take care, Larry.
You bet. Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.